Now, before I start with my ranting today, I want to pose a question. Who do you think should pay for the first date? A lot of people would say the person whose idea it was to go on a date. And I would agree. Even though I want to say 90 to 95% of the time, are the man idea for go on the date. But I would say the man is to pay for the first date, no matter whose idea it was, because look on this now. You're going to invite a girl out on a date. She's going to come with her hair done. That costs money. She's going to come with her face all done. She's going to come with the lashes. She's going to come with her nails done. She's going to come with a new outfit. All of that costs money. She's probably spending more money than you are going to spend on that date. So, in my opinion, the man should pay for the first date because of all of that. And separate and apart from the woman who will say, some ear na do, some nails na do, some whatever na do, and me can't go up on a date because because they want the man to give them money for go up on a date with them. Separately from those type of women, a woman is going to come fully sorted out for the date, especially if she's attracted to you, especially if she like you. So yes, the man should pay for the first date. No argument in that, but comment and tell me what your idea and opinion is about that. And me no want hear nothing from the man I come talk about, oh, we don't want all of that and we prefer you natural and very. No, you don't. No, you don't. Because honestly, you want to tell people, say, oh, wear your natural hair, come without makeup, do this, do that. And then when they on Instagram and like up all the bodies pictures, I comment under all of the body them picture, at heart all of the body them videos and pictures, and these girls have on long lashes, long hairs, makeup they kill, long fingernails, and then people that dip on Instagram and like, don't come tell me, oh, we prefer it natural so they not have to pay for all of that. No, you don't. If you go on a date with a girl for the very first time, you want she come look good. You want her to come look good. You don't want she come with no afro. You want her to come with her hair done. If I even want to look a ponytail, she'll catch up her ear now one. You don't want her to come all natural. You don't. So I don't want to hear nothing about that. So for this week's episode, I am giving you first date questions. Questions we ask your potential girlfriend or boyfriend. You don't forget to know them. As you know, I notice nowadays, people now go on date forget to know nobody, Y'all are going on dates to fill your bellies or for waste people time. Everybody, you go on a date and the two of them just down on the phone. Nobody's actually trying to get to know the other person. The food come on eat it, and you don't eat it already. Nah. First dates are for getting to know people. That's why I always tell people, say, it no matter where you go on a first date, the only two places I'm not going on a first date is your yard or my yard. But I personally think that anywhere else, could be anything. It can be a dinner date, you can go to the movies, and somebody once told me that if you go to the movies for a first date, pick a bad movie so that you can talk through it. Probably go by the back seat or something so that you can talk through the movie and not have to watch it. You just have it as background sound out in the open. But yeah, for me, a date can be held anywhere because you can get to know someone anywhere. So one of the first questions that I advise you to ask when you go out on a first date is, especially if you're somebody like me who cares about the side chick culture, and who does not care for the side chick culture, and you're someone who cares about your pH. Anyways, the first question you should ask is, are you currently in a relationship? Because you might be wanting something exclusive when the person they have multiple people with them to talk to. You might not be down for that. However, you have some people that when they're dating, they are openly seeing other people because I don't time for lockdown yet. And that's okay too. But as long as you're honest about it, as long as you're honest about the amount of persons you're dating while you're dating me, and I agree that I'm going to talk to other persons while I'm dating you, that is okay. But the first question you should ask is, are you currently in a relationship? To get to know what is going on, if you want to go any further, or if you're okay with that type of thing. The next question would be a follow-up question for that first question, and it's, is there anyone who thinks you're in a relationship with them? Because you might ask the person if they're currently in a relationship and them say no. And the reason why them say no is that they might talk to somebody where them not take serious, or them not serious about. So they might tell themselves, say, oh, I know my man that, or oh, I know my man that, I just talk to him. While that other person that they're not serious about is serious about them. And them I tell themselves, say, oh, I'm a man that, you know, oh, I'm a woman that, you know. So you need to ask this question to find out if this person has somebody where them consider just a fling with them and say, me not have to claim she's there or he's there, but me not have to claim him or me not have to claim she. This question lets them know that you still want to know about that person, so don't keep them in the dark. And for me now to tell you that you need to cut that off completely. This person where you have, where you know, where it's just a fling, it, like you need to tell them, say, you know, it now work out and it never go, it for go. And me I talk to somebody now I'm serious about, and you know, we no longer can do this. Now, I am known to be very bold about some of the questions I ask, and some of you not even gonna believe them ask this question, but I always try to drop it in. You know, I always try to find a little nice way for drop it in, and you know, for see like them reaction. And the question is, have you ever been attracted to the same sex? Have you ever had sex with the same sex? It's something that like I always try to drop in, because me need to know. I need to know if you consider yourself bisexual or heterosexual, because me no want to hear from the show say my mate is a man. So, and it's something I also use for, like, people can lie now. People lie on this question. People can lie, but it's like, if you're really good at paying attention to like body language and how they behave when they answer the question, you can know if they're lying. So, for instance, you ask a man know if him ever feel attracted to an ex-man, and him say no, and it just done this. So, like, I feel like a heterosexual man would be like a little bit offended about the question, and then they would show you say whatever, and then you can say all right. But then you have these overly, we don't say no, homophobic people, in which I feel like we don't need an overly homophobic person in my life, because I have a lot of people in that group that I know that I consider people as friends or whatever. I don't want somebody who is all too much. Them can't be in the same room. Them can't, you know, have a simple conversation with the person. So I need to know that about you as well. You know, you can know. I always read the body language after I ask a question. I'm always trying to drop in the question. I mean, you don't have to do it, but it's something I need to know. The next question is, what is your type? And for me as a person, I am really big on dating people who actually like you. Nobody run down nobody out of your league. I mean, people do get with people that are completely out of them league, but the stakes are very low. The percentage of that happening is very low. So I always encourage people to date people who actually like them. You ask somebody what's their type, and they might describe somebody that does not look like you, does not act like you, you have nothing to compare with the person. Maybe this person does this for a waste of time. You have to think about that. Why is this your type? Why have you dated these people in the past, these type of people in the past, and now you look me and I tell me, say, you want a serious relationship with me? You might not be attracted to me, and attraction can cause, lack of attraction can cause a lot of things to go left, because certain things that people would put up with people where them attracted to, them not do it with somebody where them not attracted to. Like, for instance, you know how guys like to say a woman a woman would like her a man where she consider rich. She might attracted to him because him rich. But like she nah bother him for nothing. She nah beg him no money. She nah pressure him for buy her things. She nah pressure him for do nothing at all. But she might there with a look a man now when I really have it. She not really attracted to him. She not really rate him. She just there with him because him dead. She have pressure him every day. Give me this, I want that. Pay for this, I want that. You understand? So knowing that your person, the person that you are potentially going to date actually likes you, it is a big thing. It is a need to know. Because you don't want to end up with somebody when I really like you like that. Guys, we don't really want to give people the cheat code for date, you know. Because sometimes you tell them people where you look for what you want. And them use it to them advantage when I don't really saw them stay. So be sure that when you're asking these questions, you're not answer it for them. Listen to what them say. The next question I implore you to ask is, what are your views on relationships? This question can open a can of worms. Does a person think relationships should be committed? Are they the type of person who likes to stay single? Do they want a traditional woman? Are they a traditional man? All of that. This question is important so you can know if you know what you want out of a relationship, if this person wants the same thing, if your goals are aligned when it comes down to, you know, beginning a relationship. How do you view relationships? Are you the go for the flow type of man? Do you take the lead? Do you prioritize your woman's happiness over your family? That whole question with who comes first in your life, your mother or your wife? What do you think? You know, if I'm saying mother, you know, you have to go figure out why I'm saying mother, because him saying his mother comes first in his life doesn't necessarily mean he's a mama's boy or him a go treat you less than. What it might mean is that growing up, I mother alone him see. You know, him father never did it, no, other family member never did it. I just him mother alone him see struggle with him. So him just tell himself, say, you know what, no matter what, as long as me have breath, as long as me have life, me go take care of my mother. My mother go come first in my life. And that is admirable. It shows loyalty. It shows that, you know, him have good faith. So not necessarily wrong with that. You know what normally causes a problem is now that him can strike a balance between him woman and him mother. So him mother never wrong yet. Him can't tell him mother, say, look here, this is my girlfriend or this is my wife, and certain things enough to say to her. You know, that is when it starts becoming a problem. His mother is out of control and him can't give her no wrong. Him can't tell her, say, look, stay out of this business, stay out of my business. You know, it gets bad when his mother has full autonomy over him, and you know, him not take no talk from you. Him can't ever see where you are come from when it comes on to you and his mother having a conflict. Those are when the issues come. So I mean, if I have a son and if my son thinks I come first over his girlfriend, then the type of mother that I am, I'm going to explain to him why his wife should come first. You get me? Me not go all up in his business. Me not go try control him life. I'm not going to try to pit him against him girlfriend in terms of who do you choose, whatever. That's the type of mother I am. But you have some other mother now who just come like say they want to with them son. And the son can't see that. So that's when the problem comes about. But guys, your wife should come first. It's in the Bible. Or read the Bible. You know what is also important to ask? What do you see happening after this first date? Because you have some man who feel like say, because them take you out and them spend them a little bit of money one night, them supposed to bring you out, freak you out and do all type of things to you. So before even that the date they start, you want to ask the question there. What do you think I got after this date? Do you think that because you're spending money tonight you're gonna get a little pum pum? Wow. What you feel like happen? And when you hear him say, maybe he thought that you would come home with him. maybe you can just exit stage left at that point and don't go no further. I mean, on first dates, chemistry, there can be enough chemistry for you to want to actually go home with him. But it's a big turn off when, automatically him feel like say because him bring you out, you're supposed to go home with him. That not work, brother.
You think you've had a hard time dating? I once went on a date with a guy, ABC Cosina, and he showed up with an overnight bag. And I just knew it was an overnight bag. I knew it wasn't a gym bag. At the end of the date, he's like, oh, I'll call us a car. I said, okay, cool. He hands me his phone. He said, put in your address. I said, well, why don't you put in your address and then I'll put in mine? And he was like, no, we're going back to yours. And I said, no, we're not. It's not a homeless shelter. I'm not taking in strays. We're not doing that. It's not happening. You're going home and I'm going home. So if you want to call me a car home, that's great. And once I told him that, he said he wasn't going to call me a car. And I said, that's fine. I'll call my own car. Peace out, Girl Scout. To the man that brought his overnight bag to my date. Are you dumb or stupid?
The next question is, do you have kids? And how many kids do you have? For some people, it is a deal breaker for their partner to even have kids if they don't have one. So you want to ask that question to find out. If you're somebody who you don't want anyone with kids, it's a good question to ask to find out. You want to know how do they care for their kids? How often do they see their kids? I think that would really show you the type of person that somebody is. Like, if you're the type of person where you just get somebody pregnant and up and leave, what are you going to do to me? Are you going to get me pregnant and up and leave? Are you going to drop me like a bad bit when you feel like... Yeah. Do you have kids? What is your relationship like with your kids' dad or your kids' mother? How often do you see your kids? Very good question to ask. I think how a person deals with their offspring really show the true them. Because how could you bring forth something and not want to cherish and give them everything in this world? How could you bring forth something and not be in their life? How separate and apart from the people that will make it really hard for them partner to be in them kids' life. Like, some people just bitter, and sometimes they choose the wrong people them for procreate with, and you just can't, like, it's like pulling teeth to be in your child's life. Separate and apart from them people, because they can explain that to you and whatever, and still, no matter how hard a person make it be, you still can't find ways and means to be in your child's life. So it's a limited amount of excuse I take for that. But you want to know, I think this reveals the true them. This question would reveal the true them. And then another question, with a follow-up question, is, do you want children? For me, that is a question that I have to ask, because I know that I don't want anymore. So if I'm going to date somebody, I need to know if this is going to be a conflict. Because if me tell us I don't want children, don't tell us say you can breed me in a couple years because I'm going to change my mind. No. If I am adamant, and I did not say, maybe, if I am adamant that I do not want children, don't tell yourself I'm going to change my mind. Ladies, if you meet a man and him saying don't want any children or I don't want any more children, do not trap this man by having a child for him. What is going to happen is you're going to get a negative repercussion. Some of these men are savages. They will leave you alone with that child and not care. Will I read this thing on Instagram where this girl say this guy basically put evening primrose on his penis and had sex with her to induce her pregnancy, and she had a miscarriage because of it. And she was saying that he said he didn't want any children. No, me personally feel like that man is a very, very smart man. Very smart man, and kudos to him. Ladies, stop trying to trick guys into having children with you. Stop trying to trap men in a relationship by having children that they told you that they did not want. I don't want good something, man. And then, which is going to be my next episode, and then I'm gonna call the man them deadbeat When this man had told you, me no want no pitney, me no want no more pitney, or I'm not able to afford any more kids. You meet this man with 4 pitney. Him have one job, him on the side of it, that a rich man, right? And you tell yourself, so you go there with this man, and man said to you, say, me no want no more pitney. And you so in love with him, you tell yourself, oh, me go hide and breed for him. And yes, you can hide and breed for somebody, because if you are a woman who constantly tells your man that you are on contraceptive and you're taking something to prevent having children, and then now this man feel like it is safe to have unprotected sex with you, or it is safe for him to ejaculate in you without you getting pregnant, him a go do it. You can't tell yourself, say, oh, him should have known better and him got it too, so whatever. No, if you are constantly telling this man that, you know, I'm not gonna get pregnant, man, because me I do this and me I do that, him a go do the things them. Yeah, so good question. I don't want to I've been rambling a lot, but do you want children? Yes, no, maybe, in 5 years, in 10 years. Good first date question. We can find fun ways to ask these questions. You know, we can find fun ways to incorporate these questions in our first date. You know, so that there's not awkward silence, but me know if you don't feel like we're not interrogate, like we're not touch, dash, 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 question, but there are really some things that we need to know. All right, the next question is, what are the qualities you look for in a partner? As I said before, a man may come to you and say, oh, I like when my woman can cook, wash, clean. I like my woman nurturing, you know. I like a woman that can make me feel like a man, yada, yada, yada. Now, you are hearing those qualities that he likes. Do you feel like you fit that description? Are you a domestic woman? Are you a woman that likes to wash, cook, and clean? Are you a woman that, you know, values marriage and you want to get married right away and have 3 kids and have the white picket fence? Or are you a woman who is a free spirit, don't want to be tied down, you're not domestic? You get what I say? So you need to know what kind of qualities your partner like in a woman, and if you fit that description, you know, say, all right, me and him can work. But if you don't, you can tell him, say, all right, you know, say, me not stay so. And, you know, hear what he says from there. Also, this man telling you he wants all of this quality in his partner. Do you have traits that would allow me as a partner to want to be this person to you? So as a man, can you lead? Can you up? Are you able to provide? You know? Can you do stuff around the house as well when I'm tired? What kind of man are you? So you want me to do all of this? Are you able to do what I need in order to be this for you? It's a very good first date question, if you ask me. What are the qualities you look for in a partner? Very good question to ask. You know what I hate? I hate when somebody pursues someone knowing that they are this type of person and then try to change them. So, if you found me in the strip club, shaking my ass, my naked ass, skinning out my naked front, and you saw me in the strip club doing that, you came to the strip club and you fell in love with me doing that, why no you want to change me? And you can't want to change me, you know, but this is how I provide for myself. This is why I'm doing this. Are you coming to me and saying, you no longer have to do this? You no longer have to do this. Me will pay for this. Me will pay for that. Me will ensure so you don't have to do this no more. I mean, if you come to me like that, you know, if you step to me like that, then fine. I'll get out of the strip club. But you can't come to me and tell me, say, boy, I not like, see, I do that again, you know. Me know say some meet you, but me not like it. Very. Okay. Okay. That's all you can do. You can just don't like it. But me not gonna stop do it because, you know, tell me, say, if me stop do it, you're gonna take care of this. And this is my livelihood. And that's what I don't like. Which leads me to my next question. The next question is, what do you do in your free time? So, what are your hobbies? Where do you work? I mean, work is different from free time, but it's a follow-up question. You need to know what someone does in their free time, because you need to know what they're doing when they're not productive. Is what you do when you're not productive detrimental? Are you out gambling, drinking, smoking crack? What are you doing in your free time? I need to know, because I don't want to align myself with somebody who is going downhill, someone who spirals. You also need to know what a person does for work, because you need to know so them have a job. The man them, if you look a girl and she not do nothing at all for herself, something is wrong. I mean, if you are not a rich man and you're trying and you look this girl and she not have nothing going for herself, you are going to have problems. You are going to have problems because she go one. She not going to able to give. Everything are going to depend on you one. Unless you're a man who has it like that and you decide to say, oh, I like that girl, yeah. I'm going to spend my money on her. I'm going to do the things for her. She don't have to do nothing. I don't need her to live a feather well. More power to her and you. But if you're not that type of person, you need to know what kind of work. And you need to know what type of work they do, because you need to know if you are okay with them doing that. Like what I said a while ago. You meet somebody and then tell them a stripper. Are you okay with dating a stripper? You meet a man and him tell you say him a police. Are you okay with dating policemen? Need to find out. I think first date should be fun. It can't be crickets. It can't be me and you just meet up at one place, sit down, and in our phone. And every now and then we pop up and we say something, but then we back down in our phone. Mm-mm. You have to be having conversations on that first date. You have to be talking. When I ever see the little video on Instagram where there's a fast talking woman and man, and them basically I list out what they like, what they can compromise on, what they'll settle on, what they want, what are their non-negotiables, and then just come to an agreement and say, all right, good, you would have been a good candidate, but I can't settle for that. And him say, all right, I can't settle for that, and they went on to their ways. No hard feelings. It never reached a level where them say, oh boy, I never know say I saw you stay. I mean, I waste so much time with you. I put so much effort and I put so much effort into you and time, and I've been with you for years. I mean, never know say I saw you stay. Now I have to be dealing with this because I don't want to lose half of my investments. One of the next questions I think is really important for a first date is, what is your financial position? As in, are you struggling financially? This is a very bold question to ask, but to all the world around, I realize say enough people are look help. Enough people homeless and I look somebody to stay with. Enough people broke and I look somebody to make sure so them can eat at daytime. Enough people I look somebody to take care of them. Whether it be a woman, we not now go on for I look a man to take care of her, or a man we not now go on for I look a woman to take care of them. And most of the times these men will go for women that are not necessarily their type, but because the woman look like something that go on for them try to date with them or try to be with them. So what is your financial position? Are you in debt? Are you struggling financially? What are you doing to ensure that you have money in your pocket? All of that. Be bold enough to ask these questions. Be bold enough to ask these questions on the first date, because if you pass the stage in your life where you are telling yourself, say, oh, I am at this point in my life, I can provide this for myself. I need somebody who can provide the same or match my energy, or do more. If you feel like you have passed the stage in your life where you not upon a building thing with nobody, you need to ask that question. How do you stay financially? I mean, men will look at it and think, say, oh, she look a gold digger, or a man with money, she look a rare, but no. That is just them gaslighting you. If you ask a question then that's straight, that is what they go to. Straight after you ask that question, that is them gaslighting you. And you can explain to them, this is what I already provide for myself. I am able to take myself out on a date. I'm able to pay my rent. I'm able to put food on my table. I'm able to put gas in my car. I'm able to do all these things for myself. What are you able to do for yourself, so that if me get in a relationship, me not feel worry about sharing mine with you. Me not feel worry about depleting my savings to be with you. You get what I say? I mean, if you're rich and you don't have a problem with that, then fine. But may I talk about the average persons getting into relationships that are seeking a partnership, but they're not, that are seeking a partnership and not a leech, not someone who is trying to come up off of you. That is a very good question to ask. And me, I see me now, me always ask the bold question, them, you know. Me always a weed out. Only the fittest of the fittest and the strongest of the strongest shall survive with me. Me always a weed out. Another very good first aid question is, when last did you get tested? And I know I'm not really have to dwell upon this, you know, because the way all the world around, you supposed to want to know if the person you're getting with is health conscious, because the amount of diseases, STDs, STIs are rampant. How much people have HIV in a Westmoreland and Mobile, them say what they. You need to know when last the person where you got there get tested. I'm not even gonna spend too long on this. This is very important. When last did you get tested? Have you ever been tested? Do you know your status? And look at thing can't happen, because you can't tell yourself, say, oh, meet a girl that use condom. Meet a boy that use condom. Condom can't bust. And then you have the STD called chlamydia that the condom can't save you. So yeah. Find out that. Don't go no further without knowing that. And also, this person should be okay with getting tested with you. Me and God doctor will get tested before we enter in a relationship. What do you think about that? If the person opposes, that's a red flag. Because why are you opposing to something like that? Me, I gonna know if you clean and you are gonna know if me clean. So why are you opposing? You know what me always like to know? People's viewpoint on flirting. Do you think flirting is cheating? Comment and tell me how you feel about that. Because in my head, anything that would make someone other than me feel like you are interested in them is cheating. So yes, flirting is cheating. You're not supposed to make nobody feel how you make me feel. You know what I say? Mr. Girl, I even too like to see my man name in a woman likes. I don't like it. I bet nobody feel like you pre them. Like me, I cannot scroll up on a Instagram post and say, to always say a girl, I will say, the girl is nice. Me know say the girl nice, me say to you, you say to me, don't listen. The girl not know say you think say she nice. I don't like that. So it's not like I'm hating on anyone. I just don't, cause you know them girl I feel. Any little thing at all a man do or say to them, he might look them. All of them not look them. He might look them. Because him heart your picture, or him like when you post them, or him comment and tell you say you look nice, he might look you. When some of them man just grow good, they're just polite. Them just want to give you props. Yeah. But either some woman head the man I look them. I don't like that. So anything at all a man or a woman does with someone else other than their partner that makes the other person feel like they are interested with them, they are pursuing them, anything at all like that, I consider that cheating. Well, your own, brother. So the next question that I think is a good first date question is, why did your previous relationship end? And I don't really want to dwell in the past, because you might be getting a different person than what they were in the past relationship. You know? You might bring out a different side to them. So don't dwell upon the past. But as I spoke about before, body languages. So be keen on, whenever you ask that question, the blame is always on the other person. This person never yet say, oh, you know, say me do something wrong. You know, say You know, it was mutual, where both of us had our issues. Maybe ask somebody a question and all them depend, oh, she did crazy and she do this and she do that. They say you never contribute to it none at all. You was just this perfect person. You never do nothing at all. If she react how she was acting. These are the things that you ask that question to find out. Why is it that is always the person, the person, the person? You never do nothing wrong. And then if you're gonna always tell, if you're gonna tell me say the person always I do something or the person, you know, make on live, what did the person do? Then now you have to become, you have to be explicit. We need to know what the person do. How did it play out? What happened? Cause I love talk about, oh, she did crazy, oh, she did this, she did that, oh, she did nagging, oh, she did insecure. What did you do to make her like that? It's a good question to ask, guys. Why did your previous relationship end? What did you do? Did you cheat? Did you lie? Did you steal? I need to know. Talking about stealing, another good question, which is kind of unorthodox, is have you ever been convicted, charged, or blamed for a crime? And did you do it? Why, me no want, me easy for shame, you know. I me no want something come up. They may go say, lad, I didn't think they might do. Or I don't want to live a life of crime. I don't want to live a life of crime. So if you were charged with stealing or scamming or dealing drugs or whatever, how would that go fall back? How would that fall back on me? Am I willing to live knowing that, you know, you probably have some people off of your head? You probably have some people where you owe. You have some people who want to kill you. I don't want to attach myself to somebody like that. So, me need to know what is your criminal history. Like, oh, I know. And if you did not do it, why were you blamed? What happened? Tell me. Let's talk about it. Let me dissect the facts. Let me feel like say, all right, we can work with this because this is how him say, man, I understand how them thing they go. So I'm gonna ask that question on the first date. I'm not a criminal, sorry. The very last question that I think would be a very good first date question is, what are your love languages? And a lot of people not really into stuff like this, like they don't know what their love languages are. And there are 5 love languages, and they are words of affirmation, quality time, physical touch, acts of service, and receiving gifts. Now, words of affirmation, persons whose love language is words of affirmation are the people who like when you tell them nice things about themselves, like when you big them up, like when you you praise them. So them do something, whether it be small or not, them like for you tell them how you appreciated that they did that for you. You love the fact that they're able to do stuff like that for you. Big them up. Call them boss, call them general. Make them feel good with your words. And that's one love language. The other one, which is quality time, is that self-explanatory. It is someone who likes to be around their partner. So whether you're going on dates, regular dates, or you are coming over their house and you're spending time with them, you're watching a movie, you're always around, you're always in their presence. Some people love that. The next one is physical touch. This person might love to be hugged, embraced. Them like to hold hands when you're out. This person might also love to have sex. Like they want to have sex regular. And I feel like knowing and learning someone's love language is paramount to, having a good relationship, because now you know how to get that person going. You know how to act around that person. You know how to make that person feel good. So in turn, they make you feel good. Another one is acts of service. And I think this is my love language. I don't want to ask you to do something. I want you to just do it. More if you see the need, and just know, say, all right, I'm going to do that for her. She don't have to ask me, she don't have to think about it. I'm going to just do this for her. And that makes me really happy. Like, you could be doing, I'm not going to say bare minimum, but you could have nothing else, but I know, say, if you can do something in your power, you're going to do it for me. Because, you appreciate me that much. Then I feel good about our relationship. I'm going to be less miserable. The last one is receiving gifts, and that is also self-explanatory. People who love when you surprise them with little tokens. People who like when you buy them things. That's how they get the little love chemical. What do you call it? Dopamine. That's how they feel good. Them like when you give them gifts. And I made this the last one because I know that this is the most important one, and I want it to stick with you guys. Always find out what someone's love language is, because I love somebody in your love language when they're not really, they're not really like that. Going on a first date might be a bit stressful because you're anxious and you don't know who this person is going to turn out to be. You don't know how the date is going to turn out to be. But stress and anxiety aside, the first date is your ideal opportunity to gain insight into the life of the man or woman that you might very well end up spending your life with. So if you need to weed out unqualified men, or if you need a head start on weeding out unqualified men or unqualified women, some of these first date questions could help differentiate between the man or the woman who would be just dates, just flings, just people where you used to know, and those who would be potential keepers. It is very important to talk on that very first date. Very important. So we need to stop going on dates that not allow us to be ourselves and relaxed and want to ask these questions. We need to stop going on dates where we have our phone and we're down in our phone. We head down in our phone the whole night. We're not trying to find out nothing about this person. And this is why people have so much issues. There's a long list of places not to take your dates, your potential girlfriend or boyfriend on a first date. And I'm saying, why are some of these places listed? They're talking about the Cheesecake Factory. I went to the Cheesecake Factory. It is not that bad. I mean, I live in Jamaica and I might not know the stigma with it on it, but if you are in an open space where you can converse and you can have a good time, it's not the slum and a them yard and a your yard, why is this place disqualified from being a first date place? I don't understand it. Can I not speak to you while I'm at this place? I don't understand. And that's why some people have certain issues with some places. But in my opinion, a date can be done anywhere that you can have a good time and speak to the person that you are going to probably end up with. Hey, people lie, and people will tell lie, but if you Google people who not go date, when you Google them, go on them page, talk to a family member about them, go on them Instagram, find out if someone that you know is a mutual friend with them, ask them about them, inquire about people, because some things that can pop up when you reach far down in a relationship with somebody, nice. Ask about these people, question people about them. Somebody where you know living in them area, ask them about them. In this day and age, you have to stop going to relationships blindly.